Good afternoon, everybody. It's been a little while. Another rendition of Crazy Rebel Bastard. Not too much going on. Here personally. What's got me going now today? This last week. Socialism. How fun. We're gonna start with that. We'll go there. We'll see where it takes us. There's just things I don't understand, and I need people to explain them to me. So, if anyone has any problems with things I say, please comment down below. Let's get into a dialogue. Let's see what we can come up with, because I am not understanding this whole push. Now, first, socialism. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Barry Sanders, Kamala Harris, da-da-da-da-da, on and on and on and on. Okay, here's the thing. We are one of the richest countries in the world. Number 2, 3, 4, I don't know which one it is. Now, this might go... This might kind of coincide with immigration a little bit, but it's not going to stay there. But this is a country, our country, the United States of America, where hundreds of thousands of people are flocking to. I don't know why they're waving their own flags from their home country. The countries they're running from, they're bringing their flags here. The people here who are ripping this country apart, hate this country, hate capitalism, tearing down the whole moral structure of the country we've had. It's been slowly going down, but now it's like amped up to uber speed here. They won't leave. So the people that hate it here won't leave. The people that live in third world countries are traveling 1,000+ miles to get here, but they're carrying the flags of the countries they're running from. I'm not understanding this. Now, the countries they're running from, one of them being Venezuela, then there's the whole other ones, Guatemala and Mexico and da-da-da-da, are socialist. Venezuela, the easiest example, lowest hanging fruit, let's pick that bad boy. Okay, Venezuela. Failing, huge. Huge. We all know the story. 80s, 90s, roaring economy. Venezuela's rocking. And then Hugo Chavez comes into power. Within 10 years, the place is scrounging for toilet paper. That's the short version. We could see Venezuela now under socialism. We've been seeing Cuba since the 60s. Under socialism, which transferred into communism. Russia. Extreme example, North Korea. Okay, but all these socialist states, countries, states of being out there that we can look at, and they're failed. They're poor. They take the money from the top, and it just gets squandered by the few. They take the richest people, squander the money, and the few in charge have it all, and everyone's left to rot. Now, let's bring us back to America. The left appears to hate capitalism. They can't stand it. They hate millionaires. They hate billionaires. They got too much money. We got to equal out. We got to even up the score. And socialism is the ticket. They've been taught this in school, high school, college. Capitalism's bad. Socialism is a better, equal, social justice thing. And I don't understand. Someone with a brain. Let's say we tax the wealthy like Bertie wants it, 90%. Okay, your Trumps, your Bezos dudes, all these rich guys, Gates and all them. Tax them at 90%. Stick it to them. Yeah. Now, we're going to take 90% of their money and put it into social programs. And we're going to just take it and spread it all over the place. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I've only been hired by rich people who start companies and they need employees at different levels to run the company. They make the investment, they take the risk, so on and so forth. Many times the businesses succeed and do well. Other times, like in my case, not so much. They tank and fail. That's risk and reward. Now, you take a country that's doing well, like us, and we are a capitalist country. We are rocking, and that can't be because there's too many rich people. And not enough for the rest of not enough money for the rest of us. So when you take from the top and you dole it all out, the rich people now become upper class becomes middle class. Where do you think the middle and lower class? They go lower. The middle class goes to lower class. Lower class goes to about whale shit mode. All right. There is no more. The jobs go away. The rich people who had money that could give us jobs and run their businesses are now out of money. Socialism is great until you run out of other people's money. And it just keeps going. Instead of bringing people up, which they say, what do they call that? Trickle-down economics, or the rungs of a ladder. You work your way up. That never works. That's a bunch of BS. That don't work. So you tear everything down, right? So when all the rich people have lost all their money, and that all gets spread out over the country, all these programs into welfare, into into the illegal immigration, and it just over the course of 5 to 10 years, now no one has any money. Hey, great, thanks. No jobs to be had. But the few at the top, they're doing great. Awesome. People are supporting Bernie Sanders now. He got into the race. And let's see, he makes 170 grand a year. He's worth how many millions of dollars? You're going to trust a politician who became a multimillionaire being a politician, but you're not going to trust a millionaire, billionaire who made the money on his own, who decided to put that on pause and become a politician, or try to become a politician, doing the best he can. And he's doing great, no doubt. Speaking of Trump, of course. Explain to me how socialism is going to make this better. Please tell me. I have no clue how anyone is thinking socialism is. Show me where it's working. Tell me how this is going to improve. Tell me why you won't leave here. If you like socialism that much, Venezuela is hurting. You think you have a plan? Go there. They would love to have you. Make it work. Let's see it fly. Let your freak flag fly, baby. Go for it. But don't screw it up here. Trying to watch my language. Sorry. Again, everyone's dying to get in here, but the people who hate it here aren't leaving. They want to stay too. It makes no sense. Socialism here in America makes no sense. And you know what? Trump's right. It ain't ever going to happen. Ever. Enough said on that topic. I got one little sidebar here, a little PS note. Trump declared the state of emergency for the wall. He tried doing it the right way, tried going through Congress, had the government shut down for, 30-some days, trying to wheel and deal, trying to negotiate, no dealing, no negotiating, stop dead, opens up the government, let's work on this. Nope, not happening. Had to sign that bogus deal, so he declared a state of emergency. And rightly so. And then we're told from Pelosi, well, you're setting a precedent. If you do this, we're going to declare a state of emergency on guns. We're going to declare a state of emergency on climate change. And now I'm hearing conservative talk show hosts saying, see, we're going down a bad road. We can't declare this state of emergency because if we set this precedent, we're just setting ourselves up for failure down the road, and they're going to use the same thing. I got news for you. They already set the precedent. All his executive orders, Obama's I'm referring to, they've done this. This ain't nothing new. So if we listen to you crazy Republicans who want to just cower to the Nancy Pelosi's threats, oh, we better not do this. Hey, they're going to do it anyway. Surprise! What? We're going to hold the high moral ground with our peckers in our hand while they're skating all over us 12 years down the road. And there can be nothing you can do about it. Then there you stand on the moral high ground, sinking quickly. You actually trust them when they say that? Oh, if you do this, then we'll do that. No, they're doing it either way, pal. Either way. So don't even fall for that. We have to defeat them over and over and over and over again. This ain't a one-trick pony. This ain't a, one-time shot and then it's over. We taught them. No, over and over and over again. We got to keep getting out there, pounding it, pounding it, pounding it. Anyone who's got faith in the Democrats' words, look at their actions, people. Figure it out. They're coming after. Okay, they're so afraid about the Supreme Court. Oh, if we get, we got to keep Ginsburg alive. If we get one more, we're going to lose Roe versus Wade. They're going to overturn that. We ain't doing nothing. They're saying we're going to do that. It's the law of the land. We're not going to. Would it be nice? Sure, I'm totally pro-life. But come on. There's other important things going on. It's the law of the land. Another day, another time. We're not just trying to get Supreme Court justices so we can overturn sins of the past. You know why they're accusing us of doing it, even though we're not doing it? We could do it right now if we wanted to. We got enough justices on our side, supposedly, where we could overturn it. We're not. We're not even talking about it. They're bringing it up. Why are they bringing it up? Because that's exactly what they're going to do if they get their sides of justices in there. They're going after the Second Amendment. They're going after all that crap. Because they're going to do it, they're projecting that we're going to do the same, and it just ain't happening. But you know damn well they're going to do it. I'm going to end on this note. I just got involved with a group here off one of the pages, the Patriot Arc, it's called. And a new page from that page spawned March for God, Country, and Constitution. People are getting together. People are rounding up. Grassroots are moving. We're going to the border. We're going to Washington, D.C. We got ideas. We're trying to organize it a little bit better. We're getting people with separate pages for the same cause. We're trying to get the word out as much as possible. Sometime this spring, they're calling it a 50 million man march, 1 million people a day. Hey, that'd be great. Yeah, go big or go home, right? I'll take 1 million. I'll take 5 million. I'll take 15. I'll take 100,000. I'll take the 5 or 6 guys that I've been talking with, and we'll go. I don't care. But it is time to take back this government and get it back to the constitutional government that it was intended 200 plus years ago. It has gotten so twisted, so convoluted. It's got to change. There's a lot of things going on. Check out the page, March for God, Country, and Constitution. Pull it up, search for it, check it out, talk to me about it. If you can't remember that, the Patriot Arc, you can find links on it there as well. Oh yes, one more thing. Sorry about that. PSS. I thought about this on the way home today. What is giving people the idea for socialism? What is it? Why are people going there? Why is it even a thought? And this is where I get on my conservative thing now, and I'm probably not going to get a lot of positive comments on this either, or thoughts or whatever. But it's so much more. Okay, to rent a house now. Well, I've seen some stats. I didn't print it off, and I regret that now. Basically, renting a house, two, 3 bedroom house, renting, not a mortgage, but renting. They were talking about that. You're looking at like about $1,400, and 30 years ago, 40 years ago, something, it was like 500 or 600. And the whole point of the stats was to show how much things have grown in price and how little the wages have gone up to compare with how big everything else has gotten. And it was a reputable site. Again, it slips my mind. I should have printed it and I didn't. But the deal is this: as conservative as I am, a free market guy, when's enough rings a bell with me. This is not me being a lefty at all, but I understand companies need profit. They need profit margin. Where is enough enough? I became familiar with this when I worked at, I better not say it, but the most world-renowned motorcycle manufacturer, worldwide known in this country. I live in Wisconsin. There, you got a clue. Working there, they're laying people off, and the president, CEO, was getting I think it was like a $5 million raise. $1 million in wages, and the rest was in stock options and stuff like that. Ended up being $5 million by the time all said and done, while people are getting laid off. And people are nailing this guy to a cross. As on the surface, they should. But I started thinking, and he was brand new. We had gotten rid of the one, Jeff Bluestein. I can't. It was his first year when he came in. Can't remember anything right now. How was that? 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. Wasn't his fault. That's why he was hired. The board of directors who brought him in to do this, that's where your problem lies. They got their monies and more where they needed to be during the 2008 crash and recession, when the housing market bubble blew. Yeah, they played that one for all it was worth. And I seen this happening, and I'm like, there is what is called crony capitalism just oozing and oozing out of these doors of this facility. And I never wanted to believe in it. I never wanted to see it. I just wanted to look away, and there it was right in front of me. You know what? Yeah, it's real. It does exist. Companies, corporations, make your money. You did the risk, you get the reward. But the fact there's such a chasm between up here and us down here. You're up here, we're down here. Here. Big chasm, okay? We need to close that. Just a scotch. Your training, that's not the right word. Well, you're into that word training, cross-training, bringing people up the ladder. What you're doing is teaching people to run away from capitalism. It doesn't pay. They see you going, and they see them going. They're not going up with you. Okay? Like if you get a 10% raise and you're making, $5 million, that gets, 10%, boom. But then we're making 45 grand a year. We should get 10% raise too. It's not even near enough. Your 10% and our 10% is completely different, as you know. But it keeps it fair. I hate to use that word. I really do. But it teaches people that we're all in this boat together. They keep saying, one company, one team, one direction. We're all on the ship. We all have an oar. We all have responsibility. We're all connected to each other. Well, come time for raises, promotions and whatnot, that ain't the case. And that's what people look at. That's what you people look at up here. And guess what? That's what us people look at way down here. Close the chasm. Get people back on board with capitalism. You do yourself a favor. You do your kids, your grandkids, and probably your great-grandkids a favor by keeping this company a capitalist country. And stop scaring people the hell out of capitalism because they're running towards socialism. Now knock the shit off.